1300 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Asma Hafiz. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has left for Colombo on two-day official visit at the invitation of his Sri Lankan counterpart Mahinda Rajapaksa. Pakistan has urged international community to play its role to address systematic violence against women in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. European Union foreign ministers have agreed to impose sanctions on Myanmar's military over its recent coup in the country. In PSL 6, Multan Sultans will take on Peshawar Zalmi in Karachi today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan has left for Colombo on two-day official visit at the invitation of his Sri Lankan counterpart Mahinda Rajapaksa. He is accompanied by Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, Advisor on Commerce and Investment Abdur Razzaq Dawood, and Special Assistant on Overseas Pakistanis Zulfikar Bukhari. During the visit, the Prime Minister will hold talks with Sri Lankan President Gotabaya Rajapaksa and his counterpart Mahinda Rajapaksa. At the high-level talks, the two sides will discuss ways to promote bilateral cooperation in diverse fields, including trade, investment, health, education, agriculture, and science and technology. Memorandum of Understanding will be signed between the two countries. The Prime Minister will also participate in joint trade and investment conference. Pakistan and Sri Lanka have strong friendly relations since 1948. The Prime Minister's visit will help further strengthen the bilateral relationship. Pakistan has urged the international community to play its role to address the systematic violence against women in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement, Foreign Office spokesperson Zahid Hafiz Chaudhry said the incidents of systematic violence and mass rapes in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir have been documented by a number of independent commissions, human rights organizations, global media and civil society organizations, including the UN Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights. He said, "Today, we sadly remember the horrific incident of mass rape of Kashmiri women in Kunnan and Pospura villages of IIOJK on this day in 1991. He said the fateful day continues to remain a scar on collective memory of the international community. The spokesperson said lack of accountability of perpetrators and absence of justice for victims continue to define India's deliberate disregard for rule of law and human rights. United Nations has expressed deep concerns over the arbitrary use of draconian laws and the National Investigation Agency against human rights defenders and journalists in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir aimed at discrediting their work. In a letter addressed to the Government of India, a 7-member team of multiple special rapporteur of the UN noted that Unlawful Activities Prevention Act authorizes warrantless searches and individual arrests for up to 6 months when the person is designated as terrorist. Minister for Science and Technology Fawad Chaudhry says the government is committed to introduce electoral reforms to ensure transparency in elections. He was talking to media along with Parliamentary Secretary on Railways Farooq Habib and PTI leader Usman Dar in Islamabad today. Fawad Chaudhry said Prime Minister Imran Khan has been making efforts to bring transparency in elections. Speaking on the occasion, PTI leader Usman Dar said PMLN wants to make the Daska by-election controversial. Minister for Information and Broadcasting Shibli Faraz says Prime Minister Imran Khan's offer for repolling in 20 polling stations in NA 75 by-election is a manifestation of his struggle for ensuring free and transparent elections. In a tweet today, he said those who are pointing fingers at his generosity are actually opposing transparency and open ballot. He, however, said that double standards have been exposed before masses. European Union foreign ministers have agreed to impose sanctions on Myanmar's military over its coup earlier this month. In a statement in Brussels, the EU foreign ministers said they are ready to adopt restrictive measures against Myanmar military. And now cricket. In the 5th match of Pakistan's Super League 6, Multan Sultans will take on Peshawar Zalmi in Karachi today. The match will start at 1900 hours Pakistan Standard Time. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.